Hello and welcome back to another OmniHeroes video. In this video we are hopefully going to go from Hell 61 all the way through to Hell 80, so let's jump in. And I think these team setups are absolutely fine. We do have 3 Mystifiers in this team already, so we'll get the damage reduction. Not that I think we'll need it, but if you are going to attempt this with a Mystifiers team, I would suggest probably something along these lines. Having 4 Monarchs and Catherine, along with the 3 Celestials and 2 Deviants, would probably be your best bet. Honestly, I do think that that is the best one for you. Now, I think we can go ahead and change these up. One sec. Yeah, because we do have 2 Mystifiers in here, technically. But still think that we can go ahead and leave these relics in here as they are. Potentially changing out a couple of these for... yeah, so let's change these out a little bit. Let's go for you. Let's go for you. And then we'll go for you as well. I don't think they matter too much. I think we'd be able to beat it irrespective, but I think that the team we have set up here already, absolutely fine. Let's just have a... oh, we can't even check on here, can we? Oh, yeah, we can. So we've got 2 Mystifiers and 3 here. So Mystifiers target Corrode debuff has 15% chance. You'll 1 instance of Corrode as well. So we do get the additional Corrode damage. But again, I don't think it's really required, specifically with this team. I don't fancy sitting through 8 rounds. It's alright actually, it's okay. It's better than we were doing before. And then this one we've got 75% damage reduction, so I don't think it's going to be too much of an issue. Yeah, 5 rounds, absolutely fine. And let's power on through, and we will get our sweet legendary relic shards as well. Perfect.
Unshakable. Step aside for you.
Excellent. Right, very good. So it looks like Elmer, MVP there, of course. Let's go ahead and check some stats while we're at it. Let's move my big old head out of the way. Let's see damage. Yeah, so each enemy now has over 100 million health, it looks like. Yeah, so very powerful indeed. And you've got to do a lot of damage in order to get through. Fortunately, we do have 30 rounds. That is a change from previous modes or previous instances of this event. Previously, you only got 15 rounds for the actual units themselves. It was a change made by the devs. A lot of people were very angry at the fact that they only got 15 rounds, but what they failed to consider was the fact that the health pools had been lowered as well. So when the health pools got lowered, so did the number of rounds required to complete it. So technically, it was easier. The only problem with that was, though, that the minions themselves, so the minions themselves, their health did not change. So this is for bosses, so stage 25, 50, 75, and 100. The health did not change. Hades MVP, let's go ahead and check damage stats out. Yeah, so it looks like a lot of damage being done. And actually, these guys have a lower health than we've seen previously. So a bit of a fluctuation, really, in these.
May the departed find peace.
Yeah, a bit of fluctuation in the health amounts. I suspect because of the units that are included in here as well. Okay, so let's jump in. This is Emily. If you want to know how to counter Emily, just use one of these units within the team. Plague removal. Really quite good units within that setup, but I think we should be absolutely fine. Yeah, no problem here, and then no problem on this one, I suspect, as well. Yeah, even none of our units dying here. So we are still on Mistfires here, even though we've beat this middle boss, so the 5th out of the 10, if that makes sense.
I control the laws
And then
of
Hades
life
here to
send
clear
them to
things
their
up.
final rest.
The pond is deeper than you think.
There we go, 8 out of 30 rounds, and
I control the laws of
6
life.
as
I
well.
control the laws of life and death.
Oh, I am right next to my Wi-Fi. What is going on? Just thinking about it. Is it going to kick me out? No, we're just loading. Just loading. Technical problems, you know. Yeah, is what it is.
May the departed find
5 rounds for that
peace.
one, so much easier it seems this time. Or for this particular setup, the
I control
Glorians
the laws
missions.
of life and death.
And 5 that time for Hades' team. Again, both Soul Eaters really fantastic. I absolutely love
The pond is deeper than you
love
think.
the Soul Eaters synergy, and I am actually really going to miss it. Same as I still think about the what was it, the Void Hunters, where when you healed, when you overheal. Oh, sorry. We've got Onslaught Enchantress, increases attack, so it shouldn't matter altogether too much. May have trouble on the second match, but we'll have to see. Now, 6 rounds on this one. Fortunately, the increased attack doesn't really matter when your team is immortal. And then on this one, able to steal an enemy as well, so absolutely fantastic. Yeah, so what I was saying, the Void Hunters synergy, that is my favourite synergy of all time. I just bring it back as a unit, man. Just give me overheal my entire team. Give me increased defense. Maybe potentially for the Ethereal team. The Ethereal team really does need it. Increased defense, that is. If we can get an additional 50 million defense, or up to 50 million defense, or up to a percentage defense, it's going to be absolutely massive. Now we've changed over. It looks like we don't particularly need it. We don't have damage reduction in this. Even Astrid's surviving this one. Not bad. But it looks like the Avengers synergy is going to be one to go for this time round. We could build an Avengers team, but this team seems to be working absolutely fine. And you know what they say, if it's not broke, don't fix it. So there we go. So we apply all that corrode. Let's just sit through and see how well this team... I just love the way that this team functions. So Bastet is the reason that we get all of these additional procs. So as you can see, got the increased duration of debuffs applied. And we can even steal an enemy unit here. Which, funny enough, it doesn't trigger the Phantom Synergy. So the Phantom Synergy not triggering when Hades takes away a unit. Really, really powerful, especially against the likes of a normal Avengers team. So with your Janna, with Nerissa, and with Althea as well. So apply burn and corrode stacks with all of these attacks.
Unbeatable spirit!
And then Mulan to randomly go down. Weird. I suspect this one might take a little bit longer. Considering that the enemies are phantoms and do have a healer on the team as well. Can be a very powerful effect indeed. And we still have Lancelot alive. Fortunately, he does apply that corrode as well to all of those enemies and gives us an increase of 200%. Now, I'm not sure, maybe one of you guys can answer the question. Potentially, when Lancelot dies, does he in fact, does his 200% increased corrode damage still stick around? That would be something I'm very interested to see. So now on this next attack, hopefully, Hades will proc. So we do get a lot of deaths here, but I suspect with the increase in attack as well, So we're going to get an increase in attack from Knight's Edge and from the bow as well. Hades to finish these guys off. Yeah, that's absolutely fantastic. I love fighting these guys. I really do. It's just a treat. Used to be so frustrating, but with the introduction of Hades and his execute mechanic, it just makes it so much more satisfying. So Gwyn to go down. We'll apply that burn to Ayushta here, and they'll apply a lot of corrode to us. That would have slain any mortal man. We do get the execution, and then the 2 come back. So hopefully we'll get Arcdina's health down low enough. Yep, there we go. That she can be executed on this next attack as well. So we get all 3 of our relics to trigger again. One last time. We're even up to round 9, flipping heck. And we do get that Soul Eater effect still kicking in as well. So there we go. That is Hades. He has done the most. He is the man of the season. Yeah, I really, really enjoy this character. And this character build as well. Look at that. Whoa. That is a lot of damage there. Healing-wise, we didn't heal too much. A fair bit, actually, on Hades. But, yeah, a lot of healing from the enemies, but not enough. And now we jump into 75. So 75 is attacks all enemies, dealing 30%, loses 1 HP when using basic attacks. And then the second one, this is when an enemy deals basic attack, the boss loses 1 of its max HP and is immune to all damage. So we'll just see how well this goes. So it is Soul Eaters that it looks like we need to use. So Enchanters on this one and Soul Eaters on this one. So let's jump into the clear records. And let's just see how things are going. So it looks like... No, they've not really used... They've just used Soul Eater's team on the first one. And then they're on the second one. Looks a little bit different. So let's jump in with the teams that we have. And we'll just see how effective they can be. Whether or not the teams are good enough to pass. Now, the reason for the lag here, again, is because of the health pools. Because it's got to load all of the boss's health pools, and it's got to load the 30 rounds as well. So, effectively, it's loading 60 rounds per... yeah, so it's loading 60 rounds per instance of this event, or this boss event here. Yeah, really... probably puts quite a strain on the servers as well. Right, okay, so it doesn't look like we're doing altogether too much, but we have took a little bit off the boss already, which is a good start. It might just be the relic damage that's putting in the work here. Astrid, nice, she's still going.
Will protect us.
So we get the full heal, and we also heal a percentage of that as well. And we get the double stack here from Cleo. Hopefully Dahlia will switch with Cleo. Or maybe Elma just to finish things off now. Worth a try. Yeah, he's not doing altogether too much, but there is a big amount of splash damage there. Astrid, one. That's a direct shot on that boss. That's nice. We like that. And then we get a double from Dahlia as well. Not bad. Okay, I think we can go ahead and skip this one. Yeah, so it isn't the right team. We're not doing enough damage, I don't think, to this enemy boss. So let's go ahead and jump into clear records. And let's just change things up. And we can always put things back the way they were before as well. So it looks like we can slot in one more relic on here. Oh, sorry, one more artifact on here. Let's increase attack by 20% on here. And then for this team, let's go ahead and jump in to... we'll increase damage boost as well by 20%. We'll just see how that affects things. And I think we'll go ahead and skip. And what I will do is I will post this video later as well. It also looks like we weren't able to overcome it using the team setup provided, potentially because Elma didn't stick around. So let me just show this off. When Elma goes, this back row is very vulnerable. Yeah, so we really needed Elmer to stick around, potentially, in order for it. Yeah, we needed Elmer to stick around in order for us to win. So it's just a matter of RNG on that first one. Having Elmer in that front slot, very, very powerful tool indeed. Yeah, there we go. So we just needed Elmer to survive so that our back units could then do the damage that they needed to. And this one, another soul... No soul eaters on this one. Weird.
May the departed
There we go.
find peace.
Right, okay, perfect. So we were able to do it with those team setups. Looked like Hades has done the most damage here. Let's go ahead and check. It's a flipping lot of damage from Astrid as well. Oh my goodness me. Look at that damage. That's crazy. Damage taken. And that's how much damage this particular boss has. And that's how much health this particular boss has as well. So I'm going to jump out. Let's go ahead and share to the guild so that I can make a video out of that later. And let's polish off the rest of these. So we wanted our previous team setup. So let's take... in fact, we need Elmer in this one.
My sword is ready.
And then we will go with
My light will soothe your pain.
you and Astrid. Where have you gone?
Stand behind me.
And then Dahlia as well. Let's pop you in here.
Are you summoning me?
Let's change this up. Let's pop in our previous relics. In fact, I think what I'll do is I'm going to pop Spear in here. And then we don't want Knight's Edge, we want you. The next team will jump in and take Leandra and Atrops. Jump into our Soul Eaters team.
Obey my command.
And that the reason that I build it like this is because of the Protectors synergy. So as you can see, we've got 4 Protectors on the team already. We've got 3 Mystifiers, we've got 3 Royals, 5 Soul Eaters, 2 Deviants, and we have 1 Celestial unit. Let's go ahead and change these up. I think we need to change them up to these. We don't want you. Well, I don't know why you're in there. Confirm. And we can take you out. And let's go ahead and pop. Where have you gone? Or are you being used elsewhere? Yes, you are. Okay. Take these out. Let's go ahead, put in, where's the crit rate? There you are. And let's pop in attack as well. We want to change these relics up. Pop in, where have we gone? Underworld Key, Bow, and Knight's Edge. Jump over to here. Relics absolutely fine, but we want to quick deploy these. We'll take you out, take you out, take you out, take you out, and we'll go ahead, pop in Axe, and pop in the ult as well. So double ultimate. We do not mind speed by 50%, and then we can go damage boost as well. All right, okay, so let's jump in. I don't think we'll have a problem through to 80. I think it's just a matter of time.
Its might is unshakable. I control the laws
There
of
we go,
life
back down
and
to
send
a
them
couple of
their
rounds each.
finest. Earth's might is
There we go.
unshakable. I control the laws of life and death.
May the departed find
Okay.
peace.
I control
Still
the
in
laws of life and
in under 10 rounds for both of them. That is excellent, excellent stuff. If you don't have these units, there are plenty of other ways to beat these stages. But again,
is unshakable.
these are the teams really that you wanna be using. You want to be using a variant of the Soul Eaters team, and you want to be using a variant of the Elmer team as well. So we have countered Gwyn. Gwyn here, in case you don't know, will apply minus 100% attack to our team here. I think, yeah, we can go ahead and skip this one. So it's 8 rounds, very consistently 8 rounds for this team here, and then about 5 rounds or so for this team. So yeah, looks good, and that is where we're going to leave it. So let's have a check on the stats first of all, and we'll see. Yeah, so Elmer to do the most, well actually Dali to do the most with backup of Elmer, and then yeah, same amounts of damage. It's weird how they have different amounts of damage taken, but in this one the reason Katrina is because she was stolen right away. I suspect that she may have come back at or she may have taken damage before that point as well, but is what it is. Those are the stats as they stand. Just want to say thank you very much for watching. If you have made it all the way through, please do consider hitting that subscribe button. Really appreciate it. Trying to get up to 1,000 subscribers. Yeah, thanks very much for watching. I hope you have a great day.